Welcome to my channel. Back with another movie recap. This is a drama, horror and mystery genre movie. The movie has won 43 awards from different film festivals for Best Horror Movie and Best Actress. The movie has also been nominated 84 times for receiving awards. The film has rating 7.1 from IMDb. The name of the movie is The Invisible Man and release year is 2021. I hope you enjoy it. And as quick reminder, this video contains spoilers. Cecilia Kass, whose partner Adrian Griffin is a sociopathic optics scientist, runs away from him in the middle of the darkness with the aid of her sister Emily. Cecilia gives Adrian a dose of Diazepam, but when she runs away, Cecilia lets their dog out, which triggers the vehicle alarms and awakens Adrian, who then chases after her. Cecilia abandons the drug bottle on the side of the road as she and Emily flee, and Adrian discovers it there. Cecilia has been in hide for 2 weeks now, and she is staying with her close companion James Lanier and his adolescent kid Sydney. Cecilia continues to be a housebound hermit who panics whenever Emily pays a visit, convinced that Adrian is planning to hurt her. But Emily reveals the tragic news that Adrian took his own life. Cecilia only agrees to accept Tom's inheritance so that she may use the money to pay for Sydney's education expenses and James' living expenses. Cecilia has a nagging sense that she feels being observed and is followed about at night by an invisible entity that she alone can identify. While sleeping next to Sydney one night, the comforter is progressively yanked off, revealing a series of bright lights. Cecilia gets out of bed and immediately feels uneasy about the extra coverings at the base of the bed. She attempts to retrieve them, but they stand still. Her startled yelps awaken both Sydney and James, but she has no idea how to describe what she saw. Cecilia is attending a job interview for the role of architect. Cecilia passes out as she takes the portfolio to present off her work and realizes it has mysteriously disappeared. When Cecilia finally gets to the hospital, she learns the terrifying truth: she was drugged. After she gets home, the doctor calls to tell her that the fainting spell was caused by a minor overdose of diazepam in her system. The container of diazepam that Adrian had found appears to her at once. Cecilia, afraid for her safety, goes to see Emily, who is upset because she got a cruel email from Cecilia's account and blames herself. Cecilia checks her inbox, reads the message she just sent, and suffers a nervous breakdown. When Sydney attempts to cheer Cecilia up, she is attacked by an invisible force, which leads her to panic and assumes Cecilia is responsible. James then decides to leave the house with Sydney and take her somewhere more secure. While James is out of town, Cecilia examines the property and discovers many images of herself sleeping as well as a huge kitchen knife belonging to James in the attic crawl area. Cecilia, sensing movement, spills a container of paints on the step ladder, revealing the silhouette of a guy in a suit, and realizes she is not without company. By the time Cecilia comes down from the loft, the guy has already fled and washed off the paint. The two struggle until Cecilia is able to break free of his grip and run away, calling a taxi to take her to safety. Cecilia instructs the cab driver to take her to Adrian's. In her husband's secret laboratories, Cecilia finds a technologically advanced outfit he was developing to render himself unseen. Cecilia steals the outfit and conceals it, but the unseen attacker finds her and attacks till Cecilia's dog comes back and distracts him. Cecilia arranges a dinner date with Emily, where she will say sorry and tell her she likes her in person. As they get to know each other and Cecilia says that she discovered a hidden outfit in Adrian's lab, Emily's mistrust begins to thaw. As she sleeps, Emily is brutally murdered by having a huge knife dragged along her throat. Cecilia gets detained and sent to a mental institution after she is given the knife. Cecilia caves in as she begins to question her mental health and discovers she is expecting Adrian's kid, only to be faced by Tom, who reveals he has been assisting his brother all along. Tom threatens that until she comes back to Adrian with his kid, she would forfeit the inheritance and be transferred forever to this facility. Cecilia declines, harboring resentment for him for murdering her sister. Cecilia takes one of Tom's pencils and then he goes. Cecilia is about to slit her hand with the pen and commit suicide in her chamber when the unseen guy appears and saves her. Cecilia uses herself as hook to lure him out of hideouts, and then attacks him twice with the pen, triggering a malfunction in his outfit and making him switch places at will. When a guard comes in to prevent her, he is shocked to see himself being beaten by the malfunctioning figure. Several officers in the hall who have also noticed the glitched figure stop Cecilia from running any farther. After effortlessly defeating them, the unseen man vanishes into the raging night. Cecilia finds him, but he defeats her and declares his next target to be Sydney. After Cecilia alerts James to the threat, he goes home to see his daughter being attacked by an unknown person. James tries to interfere, but he gets brutally assaulted in front of Sydney, who is horrified. Cecilia storms in and splashes the guy with a fire extinguisher, exposing his form, before firing her weapon at him from a fallen policeman's. After being mortally wounded, the unseen man collapses to the floor. Cecilia reveals that the unseen individual is indeed Tom. A SWAT squad enters Adrian's home and finds him chained and surrounded by walls. Cecilia contacts Adrian, still upset about all that has happened, and they make plans to have dinner together. James is stationed outside the house, and Cecilia puts on an audio recorder in the hopes of coaxing a confession from him. Adrian first disputes Cecilia's accusation that he was following her but subsequently hints that he was, in fact, pursuing and using her. Adrian is just beginning to suspect anything is amiss when Cecilia excusing herself to the restroom and he feels a sharp pain in his throat. Adrian falls to the floor, writhing in pain as he bleeds to death. Cecilia walks in, seems horrified, and then calls the police to report a possible suicide. Cecilia then takes satisfaction in Adrian's death, implying that she brought it about by stealing his invisibility suit. Cecilia has run off with Adrian's clothes and dog, and James has just arrived to stop her. James knows she planned to kill him all along, yet he still lets her go. That was recap of The Invisible Man. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the recap, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to not miss videos like this.